I've had my share of run-ins with entitled neighbors, but this one took the cake, and the keys, or at least, she tried to. A year ago, I bought myself a brand new cherry red Corvette. It wasn't just a car, it was my reward for years of 80-hour work weeks, missed vacations, and endless overtime. My little dream sitting right there in the driveway. I parked it proudly in front of my house, gleaming like a jewel under the sun. Enter Karen, the self-appointed HOA president, queen of complaints, and destroyer of joy. She had lived across the street for years, and the moment she saw the Corvette, she decided it was too flashy for her neighborhood. On day one, she came stomping over in her robe and slippers, holding a clipboard like it was a badge. "Excuse me," she said, looking at my car like it was a cockroach. "We have regulations against sports cars being parked on the street overnight." I replied, "That's fine, it's parked in my driveway. On my property." She sniffed. "Your property still falls under HOA visual standards, and that thing violates them." I ignored her. But that was just the beginning. A few days later, I found an official-looking notice of violation taped to my garage. It claimed I owed a $500 fine for unauthorized vehicle display. I laughed so hard I nearly dropped my coffee. I called the real HOA office, and guess what? They had no idea what I was talking about. The violation was fake. Karen had typed it herself. So I reported her for harassment. That should have been the end of it. But Karen doesn't know how to stop digging holes she can't climb out of. 2 weeks later, I was washing my Corvette when I noticed her standing at the end of my driveway, arms crossed, phone in hand. She was taking pictures, close-ups, side angles, even the license plate. "What are you doing?" I asked. "Documenting my property," she said smugly. "This vehicle was reported stolen 3 months ago, and it matches the description."
Is dit hier?
"Your property? Lady, I've got the title in my name." She smirked. "Then you won't mind showing it to the police when they get here." I thought she was bluffing, until 10 minutes later, 2 patrol cars rolled up. The officers got out and immediately looked confused as Karen started waving them over like she'd caught a fugitive. "There!" she shouted, pointing at me. "That's the man who stole my car." The officers approached calmly. "Sir, can we talk to you for a moment?" I nodded, handed them my registration, insurance, and title, all in my name. One officer checked the VIN on the car and radioed it in. Meanwhile, Karen was pacing behind them, ranting about property rights and HOA enforcement. When the results came back, the officer looked at her and said, "Ma'am, this car is registered to him. Not you." She didn't miss a beat. "He forged it. I can prove it's mine, I've seen it parked here for months." The officer blinked. "Ma'am, seeing a car parked in front of someone's house doesn't make it yours." Karen's tone changed instantly. "Well, maybe he's renting it illegally. Or selling stolen cars. He doesn't belong in this neighborhood anyway." That's when my patience snapped. "You've filed fake fines, forged HOA notices, and now made a false police report claiming my car was stolen. You realize that's a crime, right?" The officer's eyes narrowed. "Wait, forged notices?" I handed him the fake violation she had taped to my garage earlier that month. He took one look at the official HOA logo, clearly copied from Google, and turned back to Karen. "Ma'am, did you issue this?" Karen hesitated. "Well, I'm the HOA president. I have authority." "No, ma'am," the officer interrupted. "This logo belongs to the registered HOA office, not you personally. That's falsification of documents." She started to sputter. "I was just trying to enforce standards." The second officer quietly stepped behind her. "Ma'am, I'm placing you under arrest for filing a false police report, harassment, and misuse of HOA documentation." The color drained from her face. "You can't arrest me. I'm on the board." The officer chuckled. "You're about to be off the board." They cuffed her right there on my lawn while the neighbors peeked from their windows. Karen kept shouting, "This isn't over. The HOA will hear about this." I looked her dead in the eye and said, "I am the HOA. I joined last week after your little stunt." "That's right," I'd applied.